Judge bursts out laughing at entitled woman's latest excuses for retail fraud, as well as being years behind on her child support.
Are you kidding me? You haven't made a payment in 6 months and you're 46 months behind, and you're coming to me with this kind of story?
I don't know why you're laughing at me when I'm asking the court for help. I have been begging my boss every day for hours to work. I don't want to go back to jail. The last time I was in jail, you think I want to go back?
Do you know who you're talking to? Ma'am, do you know who you're talking to? We brought the original probation violation against you in April of this year. And then in July, so you knew from back in April that you should have been doing this stuff. Then we gave you an additional 3 months in July, and I told you that you must do all of the probation requirements. And I even said that you could do community service work instead of some of the work camp. But I emphasized that you had to have everything done in 3 months. And here we are 3 months later, and you've got absolutely nothing done. How am I supposed to? Man, whoa. Hey, you talking faster and talking over me doesn't change what I'm going to say. You haven't done a thing. So how am I supposed to give you a break when you've done absolutely nothing?
Because, Your Honor, if you don't remember correctly, my ex-husband just got pled guilty for beating the crap out of me. He is absconding from the police. I got word that he was looking for me and that he would be turning himself in today from his mom. I came down here to try to better my life. I'm sorry I haven't got anything done. There's not very much to do community service down here. There's no goodwill or anything. I have been trying to get it done. But I finally found a place I can get it done. The only reason why it hasn't been is because his house caught on fire. I will make sure I get it done. I don't want to lose my son. I'm supposed to pick him up for Halloween tomorrow. I go to jail. His dad will take him from me. His lawyer is in the courtroom right now. That boy is my whole life. I left domestic situation after domestic situation to get better for him.
When did you go to where you're at now, ma'am?
I've only been here 4 months, and I had to leave when the stuff happened with Brandon. I was stuck up in Gaylord.
So you've been there
I've only been here for a few months.
So you've been there since June, right?
And since then, we are $1,200 behind in property taxes. We have propane that is due, that has $600. Our lights just got shut off. That was another $600. And then my truck just broke down. I can send pay stubs. I can send hospital documentation that I've been in and out of the hospital.
I don't need any documentation. The only documentation I need is, did you complete your community service? Did you do your retail fraud class? Did you report as required? Did you pay your fines and costs? And did you test as required? And all of those things are a resounding no. What you're telling me is the same thing that everybody has in their life: bills and difficulties. That's nothing new. You're going to do 10 days in jail. You're going to be unsuccessful. Ma'am, you talking faster and talking over me doesn't help anything.
I'm autistic.
You're going to do 10 days in jail, and you're going to be unsuccessful. Discharged from probation with your fines and costs preserved.
The reason why I haven't paid my child support, Your Honor, is because I thought it was already automatically coming out of my paychecks. I called friend of the court and told them that I had a job working at Rose City McDonald's, and they told me that they were going to take my child support right out of it. They never did.
Ms. Krause, from the friend of the court's perspective, where are we at in this case?
The defendant's support obligation is $51. There's a total balance on the account of $2,257.81. The arrears balance is $2,206.81. The last payment that was received was from May of this year of $5.08. Prior to that was April, $36.09, both from a prior income withholding. Michigan Quarterly Wages has reported in the 3 quarters for this year that she has earned almost $9,000. So she does have the ability to pay.
I thought my child support for both cases were being taken out of my checks. That's the only reason why I haven't paid. My checks have been $200 working 40 hours a week. Somebody has been taking $400 each check out of my check. That's why I have not paid. I was told it was being taken out. I can't pay my child support if I'm sitting in jail. I can pay it when I get out and go back to my job, but I had no idea it wasn't being taken out. I haven't seen Lila in 7 years because I was told that my rights were terminated.
Okay, Ms. Crow, whether or not you've seen your child is a completely different topic than whether or not you
Isn't
paid
that
your
what
child
child
support.
support's for?
It is a completely different topic. It doesn't connect. They are related, but there's no connection between whether or not you see your child and whether or not you owe child support for your child. I'm going to reduce your bond to personal recognizance bond of $625 so that you can get out of jail. It'll take a little bit for the court paperwork to get from the court to the friend of the court and over to the jail. Once it gets there, you'll be released today. The friend of the court is also going to set up another hearing in a little over 2 weeks so that I know that you've paid the $150 that you're supposed to be paying. And then we will address what type of a payment plan that you're going to be making from there on out. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You've already got court orders, so it may simply be just to follow the court orders. I don't know. But I want to set up a hearing as soon as we can in a couple of weeks to monitor your payments. I want to know how much you can pay me out of this next coming check.
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I haven't been able to get out of jail to work to see how much I'm going to be able to pay. She said when I get out of jail, she's going to put me on for 40 hours. I should be able to pay $100, $150. I'm not entirely sure because I am in jail.
I'm going to leave it at $150, and you better hustle when you get out of jail and come up with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll figuratively work my ass off when I get out of jail.
Glad to hear it. So she's not paid her $150?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Ryder, what do you have to say for yourself?
Okay, so my hours got cut drastically. I'm only making 8 hours a week at my job. I broke my phone, so I haven't been able to get into my pay stubs to show you guys. I do have the Lifelines app that shows my schedule and how many hours I worked. I'm in the process of getting transferred to West Branch to the McDonald's so I can get more hours there because we have new management at my job. I've been trying to get the income withholding in. I've been trying to get the ID number, but my boss has not been in. She's been in Mayo. So I'm actually interviewing for a second job at Myers today at 2:30. I can make a $25 payment to both of my child supports, but that's all I have right now. I have not been making very many hours. I'm trying to make as many, work as much as I can and to start making payments.
When you say that you're trying to work as much as you can and your job is only giving you 8 hours a week, what are you doing with the other 6 days of the week?
I have been looking for work. I have had numerous interviews. I can't DoorDash because of previous court history from almost 7 years ago. So I didn't qualify for DoorDash. I have been trying to ask my boss for more hours, and I just have not been getting any. I owe with my boyfriend right now, we owe almost $750 in property taxes. My electricity bill is $300. My propane bill is $600, and we are sinking. I'm literally been begging my boss for more hours every day. I call work every day asking if I can work. That's why I'm trying to be transferred to West Branch. But the West Branch manager is on vacation, and she won't be in until next week.
Take a breath, Ms. Ryder. I need to be able to speak to you.
Yes, sir.
How many job applications have you put in this month?
I have put in 11.
So 1 a day?
Yes, sir.
That's not a lot.
I didn't have a phone. My phone broke. My boyfriend literally just forked out another $50 we didn't have so I could have a cell phone to be in court today.
Does your boyfriend have a phone?
Yes, sir, but I haven't been able to use it. He barely lets me use his phone.
I find that hard to believe.
It's true, Your Honor. We've been having severe issues.
Is he still in the house?
Yes, sir.
You're telling me that you can't politely ask him to borrow his phone so that you can contact employers?
I have asked, Your Honor. I literally asked him to use his phone to call my dad a few days ago. And
You, you also told me that you've been calling your boss every day and asking for more hours. What phone are you using for that?
now that I have mine, I've been using mine, but we work at the same job. So if work calls him, I talk to the boss. When he
So
goes
you
in,
are using his phone.
when work calls, I will ask to use the phone. Yes, sir. And I have been asking to use the phone, but that's why he paid to get me my own.
Ms. Ryder, it is really hard to believe you when you tell me those kind of stories.
It's not a story, Your Honor. I swear.
It must be incredibly hard to live your life that way.
I have proof that I'm working.
8 hours a week doesn't cut it. That's not working. That's a part-time gig at best.
Looking for more hours, Your Honor. I'm literally I'm waiting for the other manager to come back so I can transfer to another store.
Ms. Spillane, how much in arrears is Ms. Crow Ryder?
She has the current balance today of $2,308.81,
And what is her monthly obligation?
$51.
So she's 46 months behind.
She's quite a bit behind. The last payment we have received for this specific docket was back in May of 25 in the amount of $5.08.
Mrs. Ryder, are you kidding me? You haven't made a payment in 6 months and you're 46 months behind and you're coming to me with this kind of story?
You know,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You know what my story has been. You know what I've been through. I don't know why you're laughing at me when I'm asking the court for help. I don't get no help. I have no mommy and daddy that will help me. My parents are toxic as fuck. I have nowhere to go. I'm doing the best I can. I have been begging my boss every day for hours to work. I don't want to go back to jail. The last time I was in jail, you think I want to go back?
Do you know who you're talking to? Ma'am, do you know who you're talking to?
No.
Great. Then ask for help, but clean up your language when you do so. Here's the deal. I do know who I'm talking to. I do know what your circumstances are, and I do know how you feel, but just because you feel bad doesn't change reality. It doesn't, I'm not asking you to talk. This is my time to talk. Just because you feel bad about something doesn't change reality. You have an obligation. It is a very small obligation. It's $50 a month. That should be easy. I'm going to give you an opportunity to go to your job and get that interview done and get a second job. But my patience has reached its end. We're going to bump this into January, and I'm going to tell you ahead of time what's going to happen. You're either going to make a full payment for December and a full payment in January prior to the next hearing. That's $102, right? $102 prior to the next court hearing, or you're going to jail for 7 days, period. End of story.